Welcome back, folks. This is most probably the last video of our syllabus, and hopefully, you guys had a really good experience with me with regards to this course. And I will highly recommend everyone to do the course review and do leave a review also, the comment. And again, I'll request everyone to do it, because what has happened in past is the students who didn't have the greatest experience, they end up doing the comment, and the students who have the good experience, they don't write the comment, so it looks kind of a bad that I haven't put in the effort. And just wanted to tell you, all these videos which I've made, these are not mandatory for me to make, but I wanted to give you a really good experience, so that's why I provided all these videos to you guys. And yeah, hopefully you guys had a good experience, and look into the positives also, which I tried to do for you guys, rather than just jumping the gun onto the negatives, you know. So I just want you guys to be fair. That's what I wanted to say, not just pick on one thing. I didn't like him there because of this is that reason, or blah blah blah, different reasons. Someone had a problem with a couple of times I was trying to answer the questions fast. They had a, oh, he's doing a spelling mistake. So, that's those kind of a thing. Try to refrain from those things, because when we are answering, responding to the mails, my objective is to be fast, so that I can reach to you guys as fast as I can, you know rather than picking on to the things which doesn't matter. Try to look into the certain things which I try to do good for you guys. Anyhow, coming back to the last topic, that is the independent events. Independent. Let me sharpen up the pencil first of all. Independent independent events and dependent events. All right, I'll first of all try and understand this with the help of an example. So let's say if I have three pencils, one is black in color, the another one is red in color, and the third one is green in color. Now, what is the probability of selecting the black pencil? You're gonna say that's very easy, 1/3. Now, I'm gonna say to you, what is the probability of selecting the red pencil once I replace the black pencil back into the position where it was after replacement? So that will be again 1/3. Now, I'm going to change the same question to a different style. Like, so what is the probability of selecting the black pencil out of these three pencils? You're going to say again 1/3. Now, what is the probability of selecting the red pencil once the black pencil has already been selected? So I'm going to remove the black pencil, means no replacement. In the previous case, I replaced it back. In this case, no replacement. So that will be equal to 1/2, because out of these two, that is 1/2. So how I'm going to write it? The probability of selecting the red pencil once the black pencil has been selected. This has already been taken place. The second one, whatever event I'm writing as the second one, that has been taken place. So that will be equal to 1/2. Okay. So this is dependent event, means second event is the probability of second event is dependent upon the previous event. This is independent event. The probability of the second event is not dependent upon the first event. So the formula, if you look into the formula booklet, the formula for independent event is probability of selecting A and B, which also means probability of A intersection B, which is equal to probability of A times probability of B. This is for independent events, means the next event, the probability of the next event is not dependent upon the previous event. Where it is dependent, you will use probability of A and B equal to probability of A times probability of B once A has already happened. This is the formula you're going to use. Okay, and majority of the time this is the formula we will be working on. If you look into the conditional probability formula, which is PB slash A, which is exactly the same as this one, it's just written differently. They moved this down here. So probability of A and B divided by probability of A. That's how they've written it as. Okay. So these two formula, conditional probability and general multiplication rule, on your formula booklet are exactly the same. Hopefully you've opened up the formula booklet in front of you so that you can match it with your formula booklet. All right. Now, uh, as I said, majority of the time, this is the one which we will be using. Now, I'm going to be using these formulas towards solving a question on page number 260 and question number 19. Question number 19. And I'll be using the two-way table rather than using what the question is saying. Use the tree diagram. I'll never ask you to use one specific one, tree diagram or the table. I am using the table. If someone is comfortable with the tree diagram, they can continue using the tree diagram. So again, one more time, I'll tell you a tree diagram, how, oh, the, not the tree diagram, the table, how to draw the table. This is probability A, and this is PA bar, and this is PB, and this is PB bar. So majority of the times you will have two events. Some cases you will have the three events also, like in question number 21 on page 260 also. So this two-way table, once you understand, solving these questions becomes super easy. That's why I'm using the two-way table. So this is PA and B, and this is PA and B bar, and this is PA bar and B. This is PA bar and B bar. You can interchange B bar and A bar. That's not gonna make any difference. B bar and A also. Here you can write it as B and A also. Probability of B and A bar also. Same thing you can do to the previously what we've said here. You can write this one as P, B and A also. Okay. Here, so it's not gonna make any difference in both the cases. Now uh, let's look into the question number 19. I'll highly recommend you guys to pause the video and read that question from the book, page 260. I don't have the question in front of me. Uh, let me just read it from here. I have previous page here. I did that question. So this is the question which I'm gonna do, and so you can take a screenshot and keep it with you so that you can read through here this question. Let me just make it a little bigger. This is the question. All right. So pause the video and you can read this question. All right. So I'm going to go to what I was doing. So suppose 70% of the adult population has the tax-free saving account. So I will draw the table. There are two events in this one. Tax-free saving account, probability of tax-free saving account. Out of those people who do not have a TFSA, only 0.5% have declared the bankruptcy. So 70% have the TFSA account. So 0.7. Okay. Total probability is 1. First of all, this is 1. So probability of having TFSA is 0.7. Probability of having TFSA not, which will be 0.3. Now, out of those, out of the people who do have a TFSA, only 0.5% have declared the bankruptcy. So the another event is bankruptcy. So I'll call it as probability of bankruptcy and probability of bankruptcy not. So how to read this line and write it mathematically? Out of the people, uh, one second, let me just quickly see whether this lecture is being recorded. Yes, it is being recorded. So uh, out of the people who do not have TFSA, have, and who do have a TFSA, sorry, my apologies. People who have the TFSA, I'm still on the first line. people who have, oops, say what's going on. Out of the people who do have a TFSA, only 0.5% have declared the bankruptcy. So bankruptcy, once they have the TFSA, is 0.5%. So I can write it as 0.005 also, because percent means divided by 100. That's how I'm going to write it. Again, one more time, you can read that line. I can show you here also. Out of the people who do have a TFSA, oops, out of the people who do have a TFSA, only 0.5% have declared the bankruptcy. So do have the TFSA, only 0.5% have declared the bankruptcy. Bankruptcy comes the second event. So that's why I put it in front here. They do have TFSA. All right. And then out of the people who do not have TFSA, TFSA not, have declared the bankruptcy. 10.5% have declared the bankruptcy. 10.5%. That's going to come across as 0.105. I can write it as. So PBT bar, PBT bar, PB T bar is equal to 0.105. This information is given to me. Construct a tree diagram. I'm not constructing a tree diagram, and neither I'm going to ask you in exam to draw, construct one specific thing. You can draw the two-way table or draw the tree diagram also. Answer some of the following questions. Okay, so we have this piece of information, remaining piece of information is missing here, here. So first of all, I have to fill the information. So here B and T bar is given to me. P, B slash T. I will highly recommend you to open the formula booklet and look into the formula booklet. What is given to you? So you are given a pattern. So P, A and B is equal to, I'm talking about general multiplication rule here. PA times PB once A has happened. So A is second, A comes first here. So T is second, I will multiply by PT here equal to T, T and B. You can write it as B and T also. P, B and T. As I told you, that's this thing's not gonna make any difference. So PT value is 0.7 multiplied by 0.005. This is B and T. So that's gonna give me my final number. Let's do it quickly. 0.7 multiplied by 0.005. This value is 0.0035. So this value, I'll fill it in here, 0.0035. So once I have this value, I can find the other value also. 0.7 minus 0.0035, which is 0.6965. All right, now I still need to fill these values. So let's look into what else is given to me. This piece of information is given to me, P, B, B slash T bar. And if I were to complete the formula, I will write it as P T bar in front, which is equal to P T and B, T bar and B. That's how I'm going to write it as. T bar value is 0.3. If I look into back in this diagram, oops, this is T bar is 0.3, T bar here. Okay, this computer is getting slow. That's why I was hesitant of moving back and forth. So 0.3 times the value is P, B and T bar is equal to 0.105. So the value will come across as zero point 0.3 times 0.105, which is 0.0315. 0315, which is T bar and B. T bar and B. T bar and B is 0.0315. And now I'm just going to start adding up the values. This plus this 0.0035 plus 0.0315 is 0.035, and down here it is 1 minus 0.035, which is 0.965. Uh-oh. 0.965 minus 0.69. Wow, no. 0.965 minus 0.6965, which is 0.2685. So we got all our values. Now we're going to answer the part B and C. So part B is, let's go back into the question here. What is the probability that randomly selected adult from the population will have declared the bankruptcy in 7 years and not have TFSA? Declared the bankruptcy and not have TFSA, and not have TFSA. So that will be, see, that's and not have declared. So again, I'm going to read it from the book. What is the probability that randomly selected adult from the population will have declared the bankruptcy and does not have TFSA? Uh, will have declared the bankruptcy and not have TFSA. Yeah, that is this value, PB and T bar, the combination of this and this. So now the portion number 3. What is the probability that randomly selected adult from the population does not have TFSA? So again, last time I'll try to go here. It's getting really slow, my computer. What is the probability randomly selected adult from the population does not have TFSA, does not have TFSA, given that he has they have declared the bankruptcy, given that the bankruptcy has been declared, does not have TFSA. So what shall I do? So PT slash B, where the bar is, population does not have TFSA. So this is what. Now I will complete the formula. B second, and this is equal to PB and T bar. So what is PB value? If I look into the formula booklet, now the question here for PB value is 0.035. PB is 0.035 times, this is what I'm looking for, T bar slash B, and say this value is 0.0315. So dividing both sides by 0.035, that's gonna give you the answer. So the answer should come across as 0.0315 divided by 0.35, which is 0.09. Well, let me 0.35. 0.035. This is 0.035. So this will be 90%. So 0.9. Let me 0.03. Oopsie. 0.0315 divided by 0.035. Yeah, which is P T bar slash P. That's your answer. So hopefully you were able to understand this question. So I wish you all the best for your endeavors. And my computer battery is also getting slow, means low. And again, do the review, and good luck with your exams and your future